Number 1. 2022 Honda Trail with price $3,999. Bike really does tap into fond memories of the 70s and 80s for those familiar with the original CT/Trail series, while still serving up a practical design and hassle-free technology. It's a versatile little bugger as well, and one that lends itself to casual trekking both on and off-road. The fun, light, easygoing nature of the Trail 125 is all about relaxing and enjoying the scenery, whether that's grabbing some groceries or exploring your local forest trails in the simplest way possible. Number 2. 2022 Royal Enfield Scram 411, with price $5,299. Enfield did indicate the Scram was a global model, so we know it'll come to North America, the company says this summer. As for B, we feel like the Scram's less stuffy styling and off-road ready vibe are positive attributes, and when you add in the fact that its updated counterbalanced 411 cubic centimeters engine makes more power, 24 horsepower, than the 350 models, 20 horsepower, while carrying less weight, it sounds like a winner. Scrambler-biased elements like a 19-inch spoked wheel, fork gaiters, skid plate, and flat handlebar are a good match for the Scram's long-travel suspension and tube-type dual sport tires, making it a super versatile ride for both city streets as well as the occasional fire road. Number 3. 2022 Husqvarna Svartpilen 401, with price $5,399. Husqvarna Svartpilen 401 is a bike that is at home on a metropolitan playground, where the blacktop is less than perfect. The Svartpilen 401 is definitely eye-catching, but styling is almost beside the point here. What's more appealing is the bike's snappy liquid-cooled 373 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine, good for acclaimed 44 horsepower, hung from a lightweight trellis frame and paired with a 6-speed gearbox. It's all surrounded by well-sourced components and supported by modern features like a ride-by-wire throttle, a power assist slipper clutch, adjustable WP apex suspension, and bi-brake brakes with switchable ABS as standard. The spoked wheels are wrapped in blocky Pirelli Scorpion rubber, and the Svartpilen's upright ergonomics make it a good tool for urban exploring. New riders will instantly take to the lightweight feel and comfortable ergonomics, while more experienced vets will still be able to wring plenty of fun out of the willing and agile sub-400-pound package. Number 4. 2022 Honda Rebel 1100, with price $9,399. 2022 Honda Rebel 1100 debut of the Africa twin-based Rebel 1100 last year, so you now have 3 well-balanced and affordable options for new or returning riders, with quick-revving engines, low seat heights, and easy handling. On the 1100, meanwhile, you get a hefty boost in capability from the 1,084 cubic centimeters parallel twin, 81 horsepower as recorded on our dyno, semi-adjustable suspension, rider modes with traction control, and even an automatic DCT transmission option, a $600 premium, so experienced riders and noobs alike can expand their riding experience and/or skill level. It's rare to have 3 distinct choices like these from the same family, all priced under $10,000. Number 5. 2022 Royal Enfield INT 650, with price $6,199. Royal Enfield and Honda look like they have the entry-level bike formula figured out, but their middleweights are no slouches either. For years after its debut, Royal Enfield's retro-style INT 650 continues to be a staff favorite, with its classic 60s-era Brit bike styling, responsive handling, and upright ergonomics. The standard INT 650 is powered by a friendly 648 cubic centimeters parallel twin, which put out 42.6 horsepower on our dyno, but our testers were even more impressed by the smooth throttle delivery. And despite the jaw-droppingly low price tag, neither the INT 650 nor its sibling, the Cafe Racer-inspired Continental GT, feels cheap or flimsy, and feature modern components like Brembo-made brakes and piggyback shocks, both serving up a refined and thoroughly fun riding experience. The INT 650 is solid Harris-designed chassis, comfortable riding position, standard dual-channel ABS, and high level of fit and finish make it a solid choice for those just starting out as well as old-timers with a few more miles under their belt. Number 6. 2022 Yamaha Bolt R Spec, with price $8,599. Yamaha still lists the Bolt in its 2022 lineup, and like last year, you can only have the R Spec version, with piggyback shocks and cast alloy spoke wheels. If you don't count the bare bones, entry-level V-Star 250, the Bolt represents the brand's sole remaining cruiser. That attitude is unmistakable and features a minimal, old-school style, an air-cooled 942 cubic centimeters V-twin engine, solo seat, chopped fenders, and teardrop-style fuel tank. Shorter and intermediate riders will be attracted to the low seat height and narrow, compact chassis, but the fuel-injected 60-degree V-twin is also good fun, outputting a healthy 50.8 horsepower, as recorded on our dyno, in a very smooth manner. The throwback styling exhibits some modern influences which have helped it age well, and we haven't seen any real updates or changes in the last few years because they haven't really been needed. The Bolt's a good choice for those looking for an affordable V-twin alternative to the Harley Sportster, especially given that model's recent restyle, but an ABS option for the Yamaha seemingly has been dropped. Number 7. 2022 Kawasaki Z650 RS, with price $8,999. We kicked its cousin the Vulcan S off the list, because the Z650 RS is newer and because we feel it will appeal to a wider variety of riders, while still retaining that sporty parallel twin power plant with a claimed 65 horsepower, albeit with different tuning. The RS makes no bones about its visual homage to the 1970s-era Z1, but look beyond the very cool vintage lines and you'll find a package to suit almost any rider, with a wide, comfortable seat, neutral ergonomics, and a modern, liquid-cooled parallel twin straight out of the sporty Ninja 650. Nimble handling and that spirited but user-friendly engine combined with excellent brakes and standard ABS makes for a thoroughly enjoyable rig with a very cool old-school look and one that can handle a variety of riding situations. Like many of the older standards, the Z650 RS is built to do it all, whether short hops around town, easy cruises on backroads, or more heated strafing in the canyons. You can choose from 2 color options, but for us, it's candy emerald green all the way. Number 8. 2022 Indian Scout Bobber 60, with price $9,499. With Indian raising the price of its Scout 60 for 2022, it's now up to the Scout Bobber 60 and its new offshoot, the Rogue 60, to take its place on this list. But not to worry, both are still powered by that same lovely 999 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin that put out a healthy 67.8 horsepower and 55.8 pound-feet of torque on our dyno. The stripped-down no-frill Scout 60 treats riders to a super low height from the solo seat, just 25.6 inches, a low center of gravity, and a well-spaced 5-speed gearbox. The Scout Rogue 60, meanwhile, swaps out some parts to add a club-style look to the Scout 60's underpinnings, with the same 60 CI engine and 5-speed transmission to power the package. The Rogues also add a 19-inch wheel up front, mini-ape handlebars, a small fairing, and bar-end mirrors, while blacking out a bunch of other parts like the exhaust to add more menace. The Scout Rogue 60 in black and without ABS just makes our list with a price of $9,999. Number 9. 2022 Triumph Street Twin, with price $9,695. Triumph's retro-styled Bonneville Standard has long been a hit with new riders, older enthusiasts, and hipsters alike, but the Street Twin manages to fit its cousin's timeless looks into a slightly smaller, simpler package that's equally appealing. In fact, the Street Twin was named Cycle World's best standard back in 2016, so clearly it's doing something right. The Street Twin got minor updates to its 900 cubic centimeters engine to meet Euro 5 emission standards for the 2022 model year, but it still retains the same low seat height, spirited ride quality, and downright cool character as prior versions. The Street Twin's 900 cubic centimeters parallel twin with 270-degree firing order recorded 60.06 on our dyno, and with modern conveniences like ride-by-wire throttle, 2 riding modes, switchable traction control, and ABS all standard, you can see why it would appeal to all those aforementioned groups as well as our staff, and why it's become Triumph's best-selling modern classic model. Number 10. Suzuki Boulevard C50, with price $8,609. As a classically styled machine with semi-modern components, the C50 is about as bulletproof a bike as it gets, at least in the middleweight, throwback cruiser world. A teardrop-shaped fuel tank, spoked wheels, full fenders, deeply dished saddle, and an 805 cubic centimeters V-twin power plant check all the retro aesthetic requirements, while liquid cooling, fuel injection, and shaft drive make for great reliability and fewer maintenance requirements. Of course, there are some concessions to price, like a drum rear brake and a 5-speed gearbox, but with its low seat height, wide handlebars, and easy clutch operation, the C50 still represents an easy-to-ride option for a reasonable price. If you're in the mood for some light-duty touring, just sling some saddlebags across the back and you're good to go. There's even a small, pillion seat for a passenger if you want company.